Welcome to Pacer Center's overview of the differences in the roles of foster parents and surrogate parents in special education. Partial funding provided by Minnesota Department of Education.
Foster parents and surrogate parents both play crucial roles in supporting the educational needs of children with known or suspected disabilities who have or may need special education and related services. While foster parents often function as parents for needs such as shelter, food, clothing, homework help, getting to school on time every day, and of course, love, for the purposes of special education, they do not automatically have the right to make educational decisions for a child in their care. A surrogate parent, on the other hand, is appointed specifically to represent a child in the special education process, advocate for the child's educational rights, and make educational decisions for them. According to the Special Education Law, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, a parent must be involved in every step of the special education process. Parents participate in decisions about identification, evaluation, educational placement, and provision of a free, appropriate public education, or FAPE. Parents must consent or object when school districts present proposals or refuse to act. Parents can use dispute resolution options to resolve disagreements with the school district. If a biological parent is unknown, or if a biological or adoptive parent is unavailable or not legally authorized to make educational decisions on behalf of a child, another adult must step into that role on behalf of the child. According to IDEA, a parent can be a biological or adoptive parent, a foster parent if certain conditions are met, a guardian generally authorized to act as the child's parent or authorized to make educational decisions for the child, an individual acting in place of a biological or adoptive parent with whom the child lives, such as a grandparent or step-parent, or a surrogate parent. Let's look at the differences between the different conditions that would require a school district to assign a surrogate parent to a child, compared to the conditions that would allow a foster parent to fulfill the role of parent in the special education process. The school district must assign a surrogate parent to a child with a known or suspected disability when no parent can be identified, when the school district cannot locate a parent after making reasonable and documented efforts to do so, if a child is a ward of the state, if a child is an unaccompanied homeless youth, or if a child's parent requests in writing that the school district appoint a surrogate parent. While a foster parent does not automatically have the right to make educational decisions for a child in their care, a foster parent can step into the role of parent in the special education process for the child if the biological or adoptive parents have lost their legal authority to make educational decisions for the child. The foster parent is willing and able to act as the child's parent in the special education process, and the foster parent does not have contractual obligations with a state or local entity that would prohibit them from acting as a parent. If the criteria for a foster parent to serve in the role of parent in the special education process are not met, there are still many other ways a foster parent can meaningfully support the educational needs of a child with a known or suspected disability in their care. They may communicate regularly with the child's social worker and/or biological or adoptive parent, if appropriate and safe, about the child's needs and progress in school, opening lines of communication and trust so that the needs of the child may be met. They may ask the child's social worker to sign or obtain the appropriate signatures for a release of information to be given to the school so that foster parents can be included in conversations about the educational needs of a child. While a release of information can give a foster parent access to information, it does not give them the right to make decisions about a child's education. They may attend school events and meetings whenever possible. Attending school events hosted by a child's teachers and coaches, extracurricular activities, parent-teacher conferences, IEP team meetings, etc., can have positive and powerful impact on the child's educational experiences and services. They may keep records. The IEP team's picture of a child in foster care is often incomplete or inaccurate because the child's records may be lost in the transition from one placement to the next. Foster parents can serve an important role in keeping good records for the child, including school records and other information that may give an IEP team insights into who the child is, what makes them tick, their interests, gifts, and dreams. They should consider journaling for the child about important milestones and activities. If the child is under the age of 3, is eligible to receive early childhood special education services in their home, and has an individualized family service plan, or IFSP, a biological or adoptive parent with parental rights intact has the right to be present for the services detailed in the IFSP. However, foster parents are not required to disclose their residential information to the biological or adoptive parent or other biological or adoptive family members. If a parent wants to be present, the foster parent has the option to receive the services at an alternate location, such as the child's school or a public library. Foster parents play a critical role in the special education of children in their care. Thank you for taking time with Pacer Center to review an overview of the difference between the roles of foster parents and surrogate parents in special education. For individual assistance with questions about this topic, reach out to a Pacer parent advocate by calling 952-838-9000 or by sending an email to pacer@pacer.org. Pacer Center is proud to be Minnesota's Parent Training and Information Center. We welcome you to connect again with us soon.